I have been asked why I don't carry single-stack subcompact pistols, and I've also been asked if there are any that I could recommend. Well, the answer is I do carry them. In fact, they're ideal when your wardrobe option is forced to change for whatever reason, which is normally something like a formal setting or perhaps, when I'm active or, doing whatever else. They also make great guns for ankle carry and primary EDC because they're about as concealable as it gets. Here's a list of my top 5 favorite classic single-stack subcompact guns. Now, keep in mind that this list may be different if I had handled every gun in this category in the market. These are my favorite among the guns that I currently own or have had direct experience with. We'll start off our list with number 5, which is the Walther PPS. This is one of the most underrated striker-fired polymer single-stack carry guns on the market. Walther has continued to surprise me with many of their ergonomic and reliable pistols, and this one is no exception. They also released the upgraded version of this pistol known as the M2, which has a more aggressive stippling, and they supposedly improved upon an already great trigger found in the original. The PPS offers a crisp trigger pulling at 6.1 pounds and has good reset. The mag release is the paddle style found in many European handguns, which is normally either loved or hated. The capacity is dependent on the particular magazine you have, but it can be had in 6, 7, or 8+1 in 9mm and 5, 6, or 7+1 in 40 caliber. Moving on to number 4, which is the SIG 938. This is my favorite looking firearm on this list. This little gun exudes class and falls solidly into what I call gentleman's carry. If I'm being honest, I have an affinity for the overall aesthetics of the 1911. The smooth and chamfered lines coupled with the iconic look is still respected over 100 years after its conception. The 938 was clearly inspired by this highly respected brainchild of John Moses Browning, and if you prefer the 1911's cocked and locked battery arms, the SIG 938 is a solid choice. It features a very crisp yet firm single-action trigger with a flush-fitting 6-round mag with a 7-round extended mag. This gun is currently offered in a variety of awesome colors, finishes, and grip options. It's certainly not the cheapest option, but as we know, beauty isn't really cheap. Next on the list at number 3 comes the Glock 43. Although the 43 was late to the single-stack game, it is still a legitimate contender. While I can be objective and agree that the fruits of Glock are uglier than sin aesthetically, they have also set standards with a 30-plus-year-old design that companies are copying to this day. Glock has done a fantastic job maximizing minimal space to deliver higher capacity with steadfast reliability. In this case, they forfeited that 7th round that has become somewhat standard in the single-stack world. That sacrifice was no doubt for ultimate concealability. While it's obvious that I have respect for this gun, I think Glock played it safe to circumvent reliability issues down the line as they departed from their perfected double-stack design. Number 2 on our list today is the Springfield Xds. This was an offering I was very excited to check out. It was originally released in 45 ACP, but is now available in 40 and 9mm as well. The original barrel length was 3.3 inches, but can now be had in a 4-inch barrel in 9mm and 45. This polymer striker-fired handgun is a fantastic option for anyone looking for a carry gun. The high-vis fiber optic front sight naturally catches your eye, which makes for a quick and effective sight acquisition and is a great way to promote front sight shooting. The safety is a grip safety, which is inherently disengaged upon proper purchase of the grip, much like a 1911. It comes in a very impressive case with a simple paddle holster, a double-stack mag pouch, and different size back straps to aid in acquiring the optimum feel for each individual. This pistol can be had in stainless or black melanite coated slide and a flush-fitting 7-round mag with an additional 8-round extended mag with a grip sleeve for comfort. And finally, number 1 on my list, you guessed it, the Smith & Wesson Shield. A true rags to riches story in my personal collection, as I had a hard time warming up to this pistol when merely handling and dry firing it in the gun shop. It wasn't until I found one at an incredible price shortly after its release that I figured I had to check it out. After firing this awesome pistol, I quickly realized that making an ultimate judgment on a gun from dry firing is foolish, as this gun has proven itself many times over to be an incredibly reliable and ergonomic go-to option when my dress apparel doesn't permit a double stack. Although I'm not a big fan of the manual safety the original rendition came with, it has remained a very positive, and it's not likely to engage unintentionally. Now, though, it is offered with or without a manual safety. The Shield is another striker-fired polymer pistol that has been a very popular carry option for good reason. It is well designed, extremely reliable, possesses fantastic ergonomics with a capacity that meets or exceeds industry standards, all at a very affordable price. I know the same can be said for others both on and off this list, but the Shield has turned into my favorite single-stack subcompact for my personal taste as well as the attributes listed above. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. As always, if you do have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. Anyway, until next time, this is Palagi, signing off.